Hey folks, and welcome to another video from A Plain Truth. Today we're getting into porn, a subject no one wants to talk about, but everybody's a part of. It breeds child abuse, sexual slavery, messes up cognitive awareness in our minds, screws up relationships as part of the Agenda 21 to get rid of break up the families, gets children addicted early on to pornography, shows humans as objects rather than as people, and very much screws up the spirituality of the individual. So let's look at some porn stats, since it's so readily available, but nobody even talks about it. Even in the schools where the internet is brought in and they try and put safety measures on to protect surfing on the internet, to check for porn sites and whatnot, it's not successful. They can just go home and do it. No one talks about this, folks, so I'm going to talk about it. 12% of websites on the internet are pornography. 12%. That's 24.6 million sites. How are you going to keep your children from viewing it? When I grew up, we had 3 TV stations. Parents said, you can't watch TV. We didn't watch TV. You can't protect your children from this stuff. It's everywhere. Every second, over $3,000 spent on porn. 28,000 plus are watching internet right now. 40 million are regular visitors. USA is the largest porn site viewer. 1 in 3 porn viewers are women. Hello, women. 70% of men aged 18 to 24 visit porn sites in a month. 70%. Okay. In the U.S., porn pulls in $2.84 billion per year and $4.9 billion industry-wide. 2.5 billion emails per day are pornographic. 25% of all search engine requests are pornography related. 35% of all internet downloads are pornographic. And as search terms, sex 75%, adult dating and porn. Here we go. Utah has the nation's highest online porn subscription rate per 1,000. Go Mormons! Hey. 34% of internet users have experienced unwanted exposure to porn. More than that. There are 116,000 searches for child pornography every day. It makes them breed acceptance to it. The average age at which a child first sees porn is 11. 20% of men admit to watching porn online at work. The least popular day of the year for viewing porn is Thanksgiving. The most popular day for the week of viewing porn is Sunday, the holy day. Isn't that interesting? So before we get into a little bit more, I want to show you the whole hypocrisy of what's going on here. Seal, the musician, released this about Oprah Winfrey's declaration for president, and how she's trying to be the one that's doing the right thing for women. It's time. And here she is kissing Harvey Weinstein, my buddy. Hey, she's a dame of Malta, folks. She's just playing the role, and you might get Miss Oprah, Harpa, whatever. She's in there telling it's about time and time's up and everything, when this woman's history is one of neglect and turning the other cheek. And here we see the Hollywood elite now coming out and protecting women, so to speak, as all these abusive men have come to now be accused and just of touching somebody's bottom there, lost their jobs and their careers and whatnot. But here's old Harvey with Oprah and saying, hey, Rita, we'll take good care of you. And we got Oprah, now Harvey's her best friend, and whatnot. But, where was she when all this was going on? So here we are, and finally somebody writes an article about it. Stop congratulating yourselves, you hypocritical, self-serving cowards. Well, anybody in Hollywood that has any power has been compromised. That's how they work. Presidents, governments, people in power, they get compromised, and they have videos on them, and they'll bring them out at any time. So here's Oprah Winfrey, and Seal's the musician's getting a lot of flack for saying that Weinstein and Oprah were best friends, and now they're attacking him. While the media spends all week congratulating Hollywood for its moving performance at the Golden Globes, not one of them spoke out against Hollywood sex abuse probably to the October this year, except for Corey Feldman, who now they've arrested. These cowards, both men and women equally, not only tolerated the predators, they couldn't work unless they did, but they had adulation for years. Woody Allen won a Lifetime Achievement Award. He's a creep. Meryl Streep went on the stage to call Harvey Weinstein a god. Roman Polanski received a standing ovation even though he abused children. Natalie Portman is being praised for taking a bratty little swipe at all male directing award nominees last year, but she wined and dined with Kevin Spacey. Folks, they're all on the same team. They're all in it together. And to show you how truly sick Hollywood is, the term Hollywood derives from the holly tree. The holly tree was used by the Druids of ancient Ireland, who were known for being priests and wizards. Today, many actors in Hollywood practice witchcraft and Kabbalah. The Kabbalah Center is located in L.A. Many actors and entertainments are members, including Madonna, Demi Moore, Britney Spears, Ashton Kutcher, Rosie O'Donnell, Mick Jagger. You can see them wearing red string bracelets which represent the red Gevurah, Sephiroth of the Kabbalah tree, which symbolizes fire, wrath, and judgment. And this is all related to Mars, despite the cover-up. The Kabbalah is much more than that, folks, but this is this case he's making at Zoasian Revelations. Mars is known as the god of war in Roman mythology, and the red string Kabbalah is covertly promoting a war and a holocaust. And here you see the red bracelets with all the little actors showing their allegiance to the Church of Scientology and many others. Many actors and musicians are cult leaders who are given authority over secret societies like Wicca, Freemasonry. Here you see Ashton Kutcher, Freemason hat he wears sometimes. Illuminati cults, New Age cults, they operate covertly and giving orders through secret societies to carry out agenda, which includes gang stalking, cyber stalking, and other forms of persecution. They use their wealth to fund their agents. Don Johnson, the actor, was caught with $8 billion in transactions on the German-Swiss border. They're used as carriers, too. Many of the actors and musicians make sacrifices in order to get movies. I would say they all do. The United States, Madonna and Katy Perry are high-level witches. Eminem and Marilyn Mason are high-level Satanists. Ashton Kutcher is one of the top Kabbalists in Hollywood, and he even trained Natalie Portman. The evil and crookedness of him is visible. Ashton Kutcher is dangerous in plotting against humanity, along with many other members of Hollywood. Kutcher is involved in human sacrifices, torture, and blood drinking. And for anyone who doesn't think any of this is true, go ahead and click on these links on Pornhub here, and you'll see Natalie Portman making porn movies, folks. I'm not going to click on it, but it's there. So, yeah, they're all in on it, and they're all sick, and they all got secrets, and they all pretend they're playing one against the other. And here you can see Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher together all over the place. But now she's stepping up to the It's Time and saying, hey, I got paid 3 times less than Ashton Kutcher did on the movies. See how it works, folks? They're all in it together. They're playing both sides. So let's just take a look at this. I did this back in December 2015, trying to get the subject out about pornography and the amorality agenda to mess up our children. Anybody talking about this, how it's messing up our children? Well, it definitely is. I don't know in your towns, but a lot more of parents are talking about their teenage girls being much more promiscuous, having casual sex, having no consequence sex. And it's happening in a lot of different areas. I'm hearing a lot of parents talk about it, and it's a real problem. Is pornography the cause? Let's make the case. All right, this is from Dr. John Coleman, Targets of the Illuminati and the Committee of 300, these secret organizations few of you have heard about. Maybe you've seen the new Taco Bell Illuminati commercial. They're putting it right in our face. But he says from this book, Aquarian Conspiracy, to weaken the moral fiber of the nation and to demoralize workers in the labor class by creating mass unemployment. As jobs dwindle due to the post-industrial zero-growth policies introduced by the Club of Rome, the report envisions demoralized and discouraged workers resorting to alcohol and drugs. The youth of the land will be encouraged by means of rock music and drugs to rebel against the status quo, thus undermining and eventually destroying the family unit. This is part of the Agenda 21 to destroy the family unit. In this regard, the committee commissioned Tavistock Institute to prepare a blueprint as to how this could be achieved. Tavistock and the directed Stanford Research Institute in Stanford, California, undertook the work under the direction of Professor William Harmon. The work became known as the Aquarian Conspiracy. All right? And whether anybody wants to admit it, it's hard. It's terrible for our children. It's messing them up for their lives. There are 420 million pages of porn material online worldwide. 72 million searches for porn logged monthly. 25% of all daily search engines are for pornography. 42.7% of internet users view porn, almost 50%. 100,000 plus websites are devoted to child pornography. 20% of men accessing porn at work. The United States is the top producer of pornographic web pages, 244 million, or 89%. We're number one. Teenagers with frequent exposure. This is why it's bad, folks. Pay attention, please. Teenagers with frequent exposure to sexual content on TV have a substantially greater likelihood of teenage pregnancies. A significant relationship also exists among teens between frequent pornography use and feelings of loneliness, including major depression. Yeah, because the word love is not included here, folks. Love is not part of the conversation with pornography. They're objects. 47% of families in the United States reported that pornography is a problem in their home. 47%. 68% of divorce cases involve one party meeting a new paramour over the internet, while 56% involve one party having an obsessive interest in pornographic websites. I bet you know somebody. And it gets into the human trafficking. Okay? So Pornhub seeks to normalize porn by offering $25,000 scholarships to teens. Pornhub is the massive online porn site. They're offering $25,000 scholarship. And the conversation, they have to have a 3.2 GPA and answer the question, how do you strive to make others happy? And elaborate on the good work you do and anything else you want to say. Vice President Corey Price told CNBC that the scholarship in its honor of newly launched charity Pornhub Cares, discovering most of viewers were between ages of 18 and 25. Pornhub Cares is a compilation of Pornhub's past, present, and future. Pornhub Cares aligns with the trajectory here, which is firmly set on providing happiness and opportunity through the worldwide community we've established. It's about giving back and providing our fans with life-changing experiences and opportunities. And then they get into the whole LBGT, taking the world's strongest man, the most athletic man of the time, the man who won the decathlon, Bruce, and turning him into Call Me Caitlin, Vanity Fair. Everybody promotes it. It's all part of the game, folks. It's all part of this sick, sick game to get us away from our morals, to get us away from our values, to get us away from our families, and to break up all family relationships. Why? Divide and conquer. That's why they created all the LBGT meme and the bathroom sites for transgenders, and now the amorality and its time with all the women claiming, they've been sexually abused and attacking men and everything. It's all about to break us down, and it's doing it, but we're not even talking about it. So hopefully this little video doc wakes a few people up, share it with others, talk about the problems with the loved ones that you may be having with them, and please see what you can do about any way you can controlling the porn from your children. It's impossible to do, I know. I have a 12-year-old son. It's absolutely impossible. He'll just go to another person's house, kid's house, and they'll share it. So you try and block it all on your parents' screening and all this crap, and it doesn't do anything. It's everywhere. It's 25% of all online. It's crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to get this out there since nobody else is talking about it. I wanted to bring it up. There's a plain truth out. We'll catch you in another video. Thanks for listening. Over $3,000 spent on porn. 28,000 plus are watching internet right now. 40 million are regular visitors. USA is the largest porn site viewer. 1 in 3 porn viewers are women. Hello, women. 70% of men aged 18 to 24 visit porn sites in messes up cognitive awareness in our minds, screws up relationships as part of the Agenda 21, break up the families, gets children addicted early on to pornography, shows humans as objects rather than as people, and very much. Hey folks, and welcome to another video from A Plain Truth. Today we're getting into porn, a subject no one wants to talk about, but everybody's a part of. It breeds child abuse, sexual slavery, screws up the spirituality of the individual. So let's look at some porn stats, since it's so readily available, but nobody even talks about it. Even in the schools where the internet is brought in and they try and put safety measures on to protect surfing on the internet, to check for porn sites and whatnot, it's not successful. They can just go home and do it. No one talks about this, folks, so I'm going to talk about it. 12% of websites on the internet are pornography. 12%. That's 24.6 million sites. How are you going to keep your children from viewing it? When I grew up, we had 3 TV stations. Parents said, you can't watch TV. We didn't watch TV. You can't protect your children from this stuff. It's everywhere. Every second.